Hey guys, Sam here. There's so many times where I sit with companies and they tell me our people are the most valuable asset. And then when you sit down with them, you realize that their people are not the most valuable asset. The way their people are treated is not really a way where you treat people to show them that they're very valuable. I think we need to change this concept of our people are the most valuable asset to people are our most valuable partners and clients. When I sit with a lot of leaders, I say, who is your customer? They say, well, it's the end user. I'm like, who else? Your customer is your employee. Those are your customers. You don't treat them well, they'll leave. And you need to treat them well so that they can thrive, so that they can become more productive and they can give you more. So there was a time where I went into this business. They brought me in, they said, our people are not very motivated. I'm like, how do you know? They're just not giving us their best. I'm like, cool. Is it all right if I just come in and observe how you guys meet with your people? And they said, yeah, sure. I came in, and the constant that I heard from this manager with his people was, you and I, and you and I, and if you do this and you mess up, then I will have to take the responsibility, and I will have to, take care of everything and correct things, and you know how I don't like it when you do that. And I could see the people, they were just disengaged from the first 5 minutes. They were just ready to leave. And I grabbed this manager on the side later. I'm like, no wonder your people are disengaged. They're not motivated because the constant wording was you and I, you and I, you and I. Don't you realize the separation, the gap between you and them? You never said we. You never smiled to your people. Of course they're demotivated because you were looking down at them. I think you need to change your communication with your people. Start using the word we. Start smiling when you talk to your people. Stop talking about the consequences that if they do mess up, what's going to happen. Start talking about your vision. Start talking about how you believe in them and how they have the capabilities to get you there. Say, we're in it together and we're going to get there. And if there's any problems, we're going to fix it. No wonder your people are disengaged. Because you're talking to them as like they're machines. You need to change your communication with your people. And that's what happens with a lot of companies. They bring me in, they tell me, our people are not motivated. Can you fix them? I'm like, did you understand their problem first? No, they're just not motivated. No, they got issues, they got problems like all of us. So I think we need to listen to them first and find out what they're going through, and then we can, see what the problem is, because the problem might be in the leadership style or the way you're managing your people. So the concept of your people are the most valuable asset, they're not your assets. They're not machines. I was in a company once where we had a progress meeting. And we used to meet every week and we see what the progress is, and every head of department used to sit there and just talk about what the progress was for the last week and how they're going to move forward. And the level of abuse that I saw when someone was not able to follow through with their responsibilities, the level of abuse, I mean, the way these people were ganging up on each other was inhumane. It was not right. There was a lot of emotional and psychological abuse. There was these two managers, where they were getting abused for the past 1 month consistently from their other peers and managers. They were just looking down at them. Where is this? And you said you're going to do that. And they were just ganging up on each other. There's actually a very nice talk. You can find it on TED. I can't remember the guy. But he talks about the psychology of evil. That if you give people power, they can become evil. So having a lot of power is a responsibility for you to bring even more humility, more humbleness into your way of leadership. So I saw this, and I'm like, this is not right. Someone needs to say something about this. And I said at the end of the meeting, I'm like, listen, I want to share something, I want to say something. It's very important that we hold each other accountable, and we're tracking progress, and we're holding people responsible if they don't follow through. But I can see that there's particular people that didn't follow through, and nobody asked, what happened? How can we help you? What do you need from us? I never heard anybody ask these 3 questions. Like, it's not important who's right and who's wrong. I think what's important is we get the job done. I really urge you to reconsider how we communicate with each other, because I can see people shutting down from just the way we talk to them. We're losing cooperation. So the way you communicate with your people is so critical. The way you lead your people are not assets. A lot of people tell me, we don't mix emotions with business. What are you talking about? We're complex human beings made out of millions of thoughts that are going through our heads, and emotions and ranges of emotions. How can you not address your people's emotions? That's not right. That's not humane. How can you not be compassionate with your people? How can you not step up for what's right for your people? I think it's time to bring humanity back to business. Because when you treat your people in a humane way, you're compassionate with your people, you're addressing their needs consistently, then your people can't go anywhere else. Their needs are met. That's why a lot of people leave companies, is because they have a sense that this is not a trustworthy leadership. They don't have their interest at heart. So imagine if you're thinking, how can I add value to my employees, make sure that they're in a good place, make sure that they're growing, address their needs. And they're also thinking, how can I add value to my company? Because I sit with a lot of frontliners, and I ask them, who's your customer? The end user. And who else? Your employer, your manager. So imagine what kind of culture you would have if they're addressing your needs and you're addressing their needs. I hope I added a lot of value to you guys. Remember this, your people are your most valuable partners and clients. Let's bring humanity back to business.